Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Mrs. Stewart.
Good morning. That tells me that you're wide awake and you're ready to do your best today. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning, boys and girls. It's your turn. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning, Mrs. Stewart. Catherine, can you stand and join us and turn and face our friends? And let's say good morning to them because they're ready to go too. Give them a big smile. Give them a wink. And let's sing good morning to them. Good morning to our friends. Good morning to our friends. I'm so glad you came to school. Good morning to our friends. Great job. Sit down. Oh, I can tell that we are going to have a great day today. We are going to do our best and work hard. And I have some fun things to share with you today. Let's look right here. I want to talk to you about a word that you already know. A word called being attentive. Say that with me. Attentive. We talked about being attentive before. Attentive means we are listening with our ears. So do it. Listening with our ears. We're thinking in our brain. We're watching with our eyes. Good. That's being attentive. And we're doing all of that so we can hear and see and think what the teacher is saying. So if you're doing all of that, then you're being attentive. Let's look at our picture right here. Do you see my friends right here? This is a friend of mine. This is a teacher friend of mine. And these are some friends. This is Bella and Benny and Kimberly. And they're all sitting and listening to their teacher. Look how attentive they're being. Do you see their lips right here? Are they open? No. They're not talking. It's not their turn. They are listening to the teacher's words. They're thinking what she's saying, and they're watching because she's showing them some things. Are you going to be attentive today? Are you going to be attentive during Bible time when we're talking about God's word? Are you going to be attentive today when we're doing our vowel chart or when we're doing our flashcards? That means your lips are quiet because it's the teacher's turn. And your ears are listening, and your brain is going to think. And that's what our friends right here are doing. They're being so attentive to the teacher while she's reading a story to them. Oh, let's look at this picture right here. This could be a picture like at your house. Oh, Oakley, this could be like at your house. Look, there's the mommy. There's the daddy, and look at the little boy sitting on the daddy's lap and the little girl sitting on the mommy's lap. And look at the book that they're reading. I think it could be the Bible. Do you know the Bible comes in different colors? Our Bible right here at school is blue. Do you see our Bible right here? It's blue. But Bibles can be all different colors. The Bible that I have that I take to church is aqua. The Bible that Mr. Stewart takes to church is black. And you could have a red Bible. Maybe you have a Bible at your house. Boys and girls watching, maybe you take a Bible to church that might be white or pink or blue. It doesn't matter as long as it has God's words in it. And I think that this little boy is sitting there listening to the daddy read the Bible. Do you see their lips? Are they talking while the daddy's trying to read the story from God's word? No, because they're being so attentive. Say that word with me. Attentive. I'm going to be watching today. Boys and girls watching, we're going to be watching to see who's being attentive today. I hope we can find everybody working hard. Now, not only are we going to be attentive, but we're also going to have self-control. And I see some children that are working really hard using self-control. But some of us need to work on it. We need to work on being still in our chair. That's going to help us to be attentive so that we can think in our brain, listen with our ears, and watch with our eyes, all what the teacher is doing and saying. Well, I want to tell you about a friend of ours. We know this friend. Our friend's name is what, Kyla?
Amber Lamb.
Amber Lamb, thank you. And I want to tell you a story about Amber Lamb today. Amber Lamb was playing outside. Now, she was playing a game that sometimes girls, you probably play at your house. She was playing mommy. Have you ever pretended to play mommy? Sometimes it's fun to pretend, isn't it? Oh, when Mrs. Stewart was a little girl, I used to pretend to play mommy. And sometimes I would even pretend to be the teacher too. I love playing teacher. And then I grew up to be a teacher. Maybe you will pretend at your house to play and be a teacher and grow up to be a teacher, or even a mommy too. Well, Amber was pretending to be a teacher, but she did something she was not supposed to do. While she was pretending, to be the mommy, she took something from her mommy. Her mommy told her not to touch. Has mommy ever told you not to touch her purse? She has special things in her purse. She maybe has her phone in there. She has her wallet in there. She has things in her purse that she doesn't want you to touch, girls. And Amber didn't listen. And she took the purse and she played mommy out on the porch. And she was playing mommy with her mommy's purse. Her mommy said, "Don't touch my purse." And she didn't listen. Well, her mommy was in the kitchen making brownies, and she was going to have brownies for dessert after dinner. And her mommy said, "Amber, come in here." And Amber came inside and she said, "Amber, we have to go to the store. I want to have ice cream with our brownies." Do you like ice cream? Oh, it's so yummy. Well, she's like, "I'm going to go grab my purse and we're going to go buy some ice cream, and then we'll have ice cream with our brownies tonight after dinner." Well, her mommy went into her bedroom to go get her purse off her dresser, because that's where she always put her purse, and she couldn't find it. And she said, "Amber, have you seen my purse?" And Amber said, "No, I don't know where your purse is." She forgot that she was playing with her mommy's purse. And she said, "Maybe it's in the living room." So they went to go look in the living room. It wasn't in the living room, was it? No. She said, "Maybe it's in the kitchen." So they went in the kitchen, but it wasn't in the kitchen. And then Amber remembered, "Oh, I remember, it's on the porch. I was pretending to be the mommy and I was pretending to go grocery shopping, and I think I forgot and I put it down when I was pretending to pick up the groceries." Well, by the time they had been looking all over the house for her mommy's purse, it was too late. They couldn't go to the grocery store, and now they couldn't have brownies for dessert because her mommy was not going to let them have brownies without ice cream. Amber now was going to miss out on a blessing because Amber did something she was not supposed to do. What was she not supposed to do, Jonathan?
Don't touch her mom's purse.
Yes, she was not supposed to touch her mommy's purse, and now they couldn't go to the store. Well, Amber and her mommy had a little talk, and she said, "Amber, not only did you not tell me the truth because you said, I don't know where it is, and you kept telling me different places, and that's not where it was, but then you touched something I told you not to touch." She learned her lesson that day, because if she would have obeyed and never touched her mommy's purse and kept it right where mommy had put it, then they could have went and got ice cream for those brownies. Well, they decided to play a game while her mommy was making dinner. And she said, "Let's play the no touch game." And she said, "Let's think of things we're not going to touch." So while they were in the kitchen, she said, "Amber, I'm thinking of something that's really hot that you cannot touch that's in the kitchen." What do you think that could be? Angelina, what do you think that could be?
Oven.
The oven. Yeah, you can't touch the oven when the oven's on. When mommy's in there trying to get her pans out, she uses special mittens. You can't touch those things when they're hot. And then she said, "Amber, it's your turn." And Amber said, "Okay, I'm thinking of something that has holes in it, and it's in every room, and it's in the walls." And she thought about it, and she said, and mommy said, "Is it the electrical outlets? You know, where mommy plugs the TV into, or when she's going to vacuum, she has to plug the cord into those outlets that are in the walls. You cannot touch those. That's a no touch thing. And we don't touch things. When mommy and daddy say, don't touch that, don't play with that, then we don't touch." But then mommy said, "I have a thing that you can touch. I am a mommy lamb that needs a big hug." And then Amber came and gave her a great big hug. And Amber learned her lesson that day, that she was going to obey and never touch her mommy's purse again. Boys and girls watching, I hope you think about the things that we're not supposed to touch and that obey and not do it. Even though it looks like it might be fun, we're not going to touch. And today we're going to learn to be attentive at school, at home, with grandma and grandpa. We're going to obey, think with our brain, watch with our eyes, and listen with our ears today.